Today, let's go over Star Wars Episode 9, Mark Hamill, J.J. Abrams, etc. This is Mike Zero here once again. If you guys are new here to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, The Last Jedi left us off with the death of Luke Skywalker vanishing into the sunset of Ahch-To, and we are led to assume that he will be returning in Episode 9 in the form of a Force ghost. Now, recently Mark Hamill actually participated in a little interview with ABC News. They were asking him on whether or not he would love to participate in another Star Wars movie, and Mark Hamill answered in a really cool and unique way, essentially saying that it's a fun way, it's a fun thing making a Star Wars movie, why not? But toward the end is where things got a little interesting here, because it actually delved into Luke Skywalker's return for Star Wars Episode 9, and I do find it a little bit funny how back when Colin Trevarrow was on board as the director for Episode 9, Mark Hamill freely stated that he was returning for the movie. Off with the beard for now, at least until Star Wars Episode 9. He said something around the lines of that. I'm paraphrasing, of course. But looking at this interview by ABC News, he does in fact say that, put in a good word for me, it's in JJ's hands. So either they haven't come up with a decision yet on including Luke Skywalker as of right now, or the other thing is that Mark Hamill has to keep it a complete secret and can't say anything on television or on the internet, etc. But I do find it very, very interesting that it transitioned from Mark Hamill on Twitter shaving off his beard well before The Last Jedi was even finished, stating that off with the beard at least until Star Wars Episode 9. He fully stated there that he was coming back for the last film in the sequel trilogy. Now, we do know that originally Colin Trevarrow was going to do something very much special with Luke and Leia. And of course, after Carrie Fisher's death, the whole entire script was rewritten. Things could have very well changed, and maybe, perhaps, Luke Skywalker wasn't to be inserted in the script after the script changes were made. That's a possibility. But looking at J.J. Abrams right now, Mark Hamill fully stated in that interview that it's in JJ's hands right now, put in a good word for me. It really seems like that the whole entire role of Luke Skywalker returning in Episode 9 right now is completely ambiguous, that there's no plan as of the moment. Now, I think that when we're looking at Episode 9, I think that Luke Skywalker as a Force ghost would work perfectly. I'm not saying that I expect Luke to come back alive. Realistically speaking, I don't think that's going to happen. That, to me, is complete wishful thinking. I really do wish that could be the case for sure in Episode 9. That would be pretty interesting. We do know that Mark Hamill himself even said that he refuses that Luke Skywalker is dead. But I know that, Mark Hamill has had a lot of disagreements with director Rian Johnson, and quite honestly, I really do wish that he lived it out till Episode 9. Even Mark Hamill begged Rian Johnson, couldn't we just, push Luke's death till at some point in Episode 9? Rian Johnson wanted it that way for The Last Jedi. So, there wasn't anything Mark Hamill could really do in that position. So, it is all in JJ's hands right now, and it seems like, from what Mark Hamill is saying, is that there's no initial plan of returning Luke Skywalker as of right now, or Mark Hamill can't say a word, and he's just kind of like putting on this role that it's up in the air right now on his return for the movie. But overall, guys, let me know what you think about this below in the comments section. How would you like to see Luke Skywalker return in Episode 9? I know a Force ghost is obvious, but how exactly would you like him to appear? Me, honestly, I would like something very much similar to what we got in the EU in one of the comic books. I believe it was Star Wars Legacy series, where he appears before one of his descendants, Cade Skywalker, and essentially keeps popping up in the form of a Force ghost, reminding him of his bloodline. I want him to do that with Kylo Ren. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments section. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.